Vaikom Mohammad Bashir is a well-known Malayalam short story writer. He is a Malayalam short story writer and novelist. I am narrating an experience which I had. It's an experience of the narrator, the author. I have some vague notion about human beings, including myself. Situation, he said, then mercy must be your name. He did not laugh at that. He walked on until we reached a deserted bridge. Hello students, I am Anil, lecturer, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, Mysuru, the Temple of Excellence. Today we are going to look at a new chapter titled Oru Manushyan, written by Vaikom Mohammad Bashir. Vaikom Mohammad Bashir is a well-known Malayalam short story writer. He is a Malayalam short story writer and novelist. He is known for his sympathetic portrayal of the joys and sorrows of ordinary life. His stories have been translated into English and various other Indian languages. He was the recipient of the Central Sahitya Academy Award and Padma Shri in the year 1982. So Vaikom Mohammad Bashir, he captures the day-to-day life in the stories and novels of day-to-day life of common people in his novels and writings. Before we get into the story of Oru Manushyan, there is the author's word. Let us see what is that. You have no definite plans. You are wandering around far away from home. You have no money with you. You do not know the local language. You can speak English and Hindustani, but very people know either of these languages. This can land you in many predicaments, many adventures can befall you. You find yourself caught in a dangerous situation. A total stranger rescues you. Even after years pass by, you will sometimes remember the man and wonder why he did so. These are the author's words. Therefore, this story might have happened in the author's life itself. So here you have no definite plans. Sometimes you don't have any plans to do. Then you are wandering around far away from home. You leave home to find something. You have no money with you. You do not know the local language. So there is this place where you don't know the local language. You can speak English and Hindustani, but very people know either of these languages. So in the olden days when Vaikom Mohammad Bashir was writing this, people used to stick on with their native language and mother tongue. And very people knew, only a few people knew both Hindi and English to communicate to other parts of India. So here he says, but very people know either of these languages. Either of these languages means either English or Hindustani. This can land you in many predicaments. You will come across many challenges when you want to communicate with the people. Many adventures can befall you, so you will go through many adventures. You find yourself caught in a dangerous situation. Sometimes what happens, you will get caught in the dangerous situation. A total stranger rescues you. Even after years pass by, you will sometimes remember the man and wonder why he did so. Sometimes you land in a very difficult situation, but all of a sudden a stranger comes and helps you. And even after passing by, even after passing of time, you recall that incident, that person, and you will wonder why the person did so. So this story might be of the same story. Let us get into the story. Now, Vaikom Mohammad Bashir, he tells the story which happened in his life. Let us say it is I, that is the author, not you, the reader, who remembers the man. I am narrating an experience which I had. It's an experience of the narrator, the author. I have some vague notion about human beings, including myself. The world has more evil than good. We realize this only after we get hurt. The lesson of life. The world has more evil than good. We realize this statement only after we get hurt. So here he explains, he narrates an incident that happened in his life. It was quite a big city in the valley of a mountain, some 1,500 miles from home. Here, the person is telling us about a place which was away from his home. He was a Malayali writer. He says this incident happened somewhere far away from his hometown. Murder, robbery, pickpocketing, these were daily occurrences. So he was in a dangerous place where all these things keep happening. By tradition, the people were professional soldiers. Some of them went to distant places and lent out money for interest. So here he is talking about the people who were there in that particular place. So what about them? By tradition, these people were professional soldiers. Some of them went to distant places and lent out money on interest. Many served as watchmen in bank, mills, and large commercial establishments in big cities. So these people who went to big cities, they worked in different posts. Money was highly valued by them. So for these people, money was precious. For money, they would do anything, even commit murder. So even today, the situation is the same. Money is valued higher than anything else. Money is valued the most. So here, he is talking about that. So for money, people could do anything. And ultimately, people would even commit murder for this. I stayed in that city in a very small, dingy room on a dirty street. So in that harsh place, in that unknown place, the author lived in a small, dingy means wet, not good looking, not tidy kind of a room. He was teaching English to some migrant laborers from 9:30 till evening in the night. So this timing, he did not do anything. He knew a little bit of English. So he was teaching that in the evening, 9:30 to 11 for the local or the migrant laborers. I taught them to write addresses in English. Learning to write an address in English was considered great education there. In that place, how did the people think? They thought the ability to write addresses in English was great education. So therefore, migrant laborers used to come to him for getting this education. You must have seen people who write addresses at the post office. They were paid anything between 1 anna and 4 annas for writing an address. So this was like a part-time job. There were people in the post offices who wrote the addresses in English. So for those people, these laborers would give them 1 anna to 4 anna as fees for writing the addresses in English. So therefore, many people were into learning English. I taught the skill of writing addresses to people in order to escape the same fate myself and to see if I could save some money. So he started writing the addresses. He started teaching the laborers how to write addresses in English. Why? Because he did not want to work like laborers and he did not want to wait for somebody to write the addresses for him. So he was doing this job. In those days, I would sleep all day and wake up at 4 in the evening only to save the expense of drinking my morning tea or eating the noon meal. So here, it was a hard time for the author. So therefore, he used to sleep all day so that he could save the morning tea and the expenses for the midday meal. One day, I got up at 4 p.m. as usual. I finished my daily chores and stepped out for my tea and a meal. You must understand that I was dressed in a suit. I had a wallet in my coat pocket. So here, the author describes an incident that happened in his life. So on one day, he wakes up at 4 in the evening. Then he wanted to have some tea and he went out. He was in a suit and there was a wallet in his pocket. I had 14 rupees in my life's saving at the time. So at that time in his wallet there was 14 rupees. The author ate full meal consisting of chapatis and meat curry. He drank tea as well. The bill came to 11 annas. So after eating this, after having a good food in the evening, the bill came to 11 annas. Then the author put his hand in his coat pocket to pay the bill. He began sweating and almost digested in an instant all that he had eaten. The reason was his wallet was not there. So when he finished his meal, the bill came to 11 annas. How much is an anna? 1 anna is equal to 6 paise. So 11 annas, 66 paise. So how much money did he have? He had 14 rupees. Now he checked for the wallet. His wallet was missing. Now he started sweating. He said, someone has picked his pocket and taken away his wallet. So now he confessed what had already happened. The restaurant owner, when he went there to tell his situation, he said this: someone has stolen his wallet and he does not have money. And he explains the situation, he explains the time. It was a very busy restaurant. The owner gave a loud guffaw, startling everyone around. He caught me by the lapel of my coat and shaking me cried, "This trick won't work here. Put the money down and go, or else I'll gouge your eyes out." So now the owner of the restaurant, he holds him by the lapel of his coat like this. "Now this trick does not work here. Put the money and leave," he warns him, "or else I'll gouge your eyes out. I'll pluck your eyes out." I looked at the people around me. I did not see even one kind face. They had the look of hungry wolves. Vaikam Mohammed Bashir is the person who is experiencing this incident. So here, he saw for help, he looked out for help, but no face was kind. So everybody were looking like hungry wolves. He asked me to take off my coat. So the restaurant owner, what did he say? "Remove your coat." He took off his coat. He asked me to take off my shirt. He took off his shirt. He asked him to take off both his shoes. Again, the author did it. He took off both shoes. Finally, he asked the author to take off my trousers. So now he wanted to make the author completely naked. So the idea seemed to be to strip me, gouge out my eyes, and send me out naked. So now Vaikam Mohammed Bashir was really tense. What was happening to him? The restaurant owner wanted to kick this man out naked, gouging his eyes out. I said, "I have nothing on underneath." So suddenly the author said, I have nothing underneath." Everyone laughed when he said this. The restaurant keeper said, "I doubt it, you must have something on underneath." Everyone laughed. Now the situation is both funny and not funny. Funny for the people and very much serious for the author. Author's hands refused to move. He saw in his imagination a man standing in the crowd, stark naked and without his eyes. Life was going to end like that. Now author thinks that his life also would end like this, a naked man whose eyes were plucked out and made to stand on the road. Let it end, and for all this, never mind. O Creator of the world, my God, I had nothing to say. Everything would end to the satisfaction of all. Now this was the thought which was running in the mind of author. Okay, let everything that is destined to happen, let it happen. He decided and he sought the help of God. There stood a fair complexed man, 6 foot tall, with red turban and white trousers. He sprouted a handlebar mustache and had blue eyes. So in this crowd, which was looking at the drama going on, there was this man. There stood a fair complexioned man. He was 6 foot tall, with a red turban, white trousers. He sported a handlebar mustache and had blue eyes. You have to imagine how this man might have looked. He came forward and asked the restaurant keeper, "How much did you say it was?" Now, when everything was happening, when the author was supposed to take off his trousers, this man came to his rescue and he said to the restaurant owner, "How much did you say it was?" The man said, 11 annas, that's all. Then that man gave the hotel owner 11 annas, and finally he said, "Come." Author went with him. Did author have any words to express his gratitude? Now author is thinking, did I have any words to express my gratitude to this great man who saved me in this situation? I told him, "You have done a great deed. I have not seen a finer man." The author told to this man, "Oh, gentlemen, you are the fine man here. I have never seen such people in my life. What's your name?" He asked. I told my name and where I came from. So that tall man, 6 foot tall man, asked the author, "What's your name?" And the author said, "Yes, my name is this. I come from here. I stay here." He told everything. I asked the man his name. He said, "I have no name." So now it was the turn of the author. He said, okay, then what's your name, gentleman, who saved me? And that man said, I have no name. In that case, mercy must be your name. The author is overwhelmed. He is in a happy situation. He said, then mercy must be your name. He did not laugh at that. He walked on until we reached a deserted bridge. So this man took this author to a place, a deserted bridge, which was not being used. Look, you must go away without turning round. If anyone asks you whether you have seen me, you must say no. The 6-foot tall man, fair complexion, red turban, white trousers. So that man said, okay, you should go back without turning, and you should not tell anybody that you have seen me here. So that was the condition that big man put to the author. Then what happened? He took out from his various pockets about 5 wallets. 5 among them was mine. To the surprise of the author, here is the suspense. That man, good looking, tall, red turban, white trousers, that man from various pockets, he took out 5 wallets. And among them was author's. Which of these is yours? Select which one of these is yours. I pointed to my wallet. This. Then what happened? Open it. I opened it. My money was there intact. I put it in my pocket. So he looked at it. His money, how much? 14 rupees was there. And then he put that wallet in his pocket. He told me, go, God may help you. So now that tall man said, go, God may help you. And I repeated, may God help you. So with this, the story ends. Now this was the situation where Vaikom Mohammed Bashir expresses, we cannot predict about a man who saves us, or we cannot predict anything about human beings. So here that man came like God and saved this man from going naked. But what was the realization? In the end, the man was himself a thief. He had stolen 5 wallets, and one among those wallets was the author's. And finally, Vaikom Mohammed Bashir was really surprised. So he recalls the entire situation even after many years. Now let us look at some of the words in the textbook. Oru Manushyan is a Malayali term. Oru Manushyan is a Malayalam term which means a human being. Predicament means unpleasant, dangerous situation. To befall means to happen. Dingy means dirty looking or dull kind of a place where the author lived. Migrant means a worker who moved from place to place to do seasonal works. So they are called migrants. Chores means minor works at home. Wallet is the purse. Gouge means to cut or force something out roughly or brutally, to take out from the body. Gawk means a loud laugh. Stark means completely naked. In this story, Oru Manushyan, Vaikom Mohammed Bashir shares one of his life experiences. He gives the title Oru Manushyan, a man who saved him from the crowd, or when this author was in a dangerous situation, or he was a thief. Was he good or was he bad? That is the confusion that we have about people. So we cannot think something is good, something is bad until we know it completely. So for this, he talks about an incident that happened in his life and also shares a funny incident that happened in his life. Through this funny story, Vaikom Mohammed Bashir explains that we cannot simply judge people by their looks. We shall meet in the next class. Thank you.